This is 10-year-old Luul Abdiaziz. She stands in a courtroom beside her brothers, Mohammed and Ahmed, children who should be in school, not on the witness stand. Instead, they are here, inside the Banadir Regional Court, forced to recount the final moments of their mother's life. Just days earlier, Luul Abdiaziz Mohamed, their mother, was burned alive by a man she trusted. She was 6 months pregnant. Now, her children are the only voices she has left. And what they are about to say will expose a crime that shocked a nation.
markii adiga aad imaanayso hooyo gubanaysa oo dib haysto ma sawiri kartaa dibkaas oo dib aad u hulcay u ahaa ma dib tartiib soo ahaa ma sheegi kartaa
wala dhaxdhaxaad u ahaa zaid u daay laakiin aan markaas saan u arkay isla markii waan xisirta iska soo laabtay sariirta isku dooday
hal su'aal iga jawaab marka hooyo arkaysa adiga idoo gubanaysa iyo marka uu Said Cali ku imaanayo yaa horeeya
marka hooyo gubanayso
marka hooyo Ciisa horeyso
Luul Abdiaziz Mohamed was more than just a headline. Born in the year 1994, she was a 29-year-old woman known for her dedication to her faith and her family. She had memorized the Quran and was a respected civil servant, working at the Aden Ade International Airport in Mogadishu. To her 6 children, she was the center of their world, a mother who worked tirelessly to provide them with a future in a city often defined by its past. Luul had been married before, but she sought a new beginning when she met Said Ali Muallim Daoud. In the eyes of their community, it was a union that should have brought stability. Said Ali moved into Luul's home in the Dharkinli district. For a time, they built a life together, blending their families under one roof. Luul was soon pregnant with their first child together, her 7th, expecting to bring a new life into their home. But behind the closed doors of their Dharkinli home, the atmosphere was changing. Neighbors and relatives began to notice a shift. Said Ali was described as increasingly possessive and prone to fits of intense jealousy. The home that should have been a sanctuary for Luul and her children was becoming a place of tension. Complaints had been made and cries for help had been whispered to family members. But in a culture where domestic issues are often kept private, the true danger remained hidden. On the night of the 26th of January 2024, the tension reached a boiling point. It began as a quarrel, one of many fueled by Said Ali's irrational jealousy. But this time, the words were sharper, the anger more volatile. As the children prepared themselves for bed, the man they called their stepfather reached for something far more dangerous than words. He wasn't just angry, he was preparing for a final horrific act of control. At around 10:20 p.m., the screams of little children shattered the silence of the Dharkinli district. Neighbors rushed to the home to find a nightmare. Said Ali had trapped the 6 months pregnant Luul Abdiaziz in a room, doused her in petrol and set her on fire. Neighbors fought the flames and managed to pull her out, rushing her to Digfa Hospital. She fought for 6 agonizing days before succumbing to her injuries on the 2nd of February 2024. The death of Luul Abdiaziz sparked a firestorm that the traditional systems could not contain. Her family made a historic decision. They refused to bury her. For 36 days, her body remained in a mortuary freezer, a silent witness demanding justice. On TikTok and Instagram, the hashtag Justice for Luul went viral, turning a local tragedy into an international movement. It was a mortuary protest that forced the state to look at the systemic failure of protecting women from their own husbands. Immediately after the fire, Said Ali vanished. As Luul fought for her life in the hospital, her husband was fleeing the capital. He traveled hundreds of miles toward the Galgaduud region, hoping to disappear into the vastness of central Somalia. But the public pressure was too great. On the 5th of February, security forces and NISA agents tracked him to the Mudug-Galgaduud border. He was apprehended and airlifted back to Mogadishu, no longer a husband but a fugitive of the state. So, why did this happen? Investigators and sociologists point to a toxic mix of extreme jealousy and a culture of impunity. Said Ali believed he owned Luul's life. His defense in court that it was an accident during a quarrel fell flat against the evidence of the petrol. This case highlighted the week of blood, where two other women, Fauzio Muhsin Mohamed and an unnamed woman in Lower Shabelle, were also murdered by their husbands within the same 7 days. It was a clear symptom of a systemic crisis of femicide. Inside the Banadir Regional Court, the evidence was overwhelming. The most devastating blow to Said Ali's defense came from the children. Farhio, Mohammed, and Ahmed told the judge exactly what they saw: the petrol, the matches, and the man escaping through the window. On the 6th of March 2024, the court delivered its verdict. Said Ali Mohamed Daoud was found guilty of premeditated murder and sentenced to death by firing squad. The court rejected the traditional blood money offers from clan elders, signaling a new era for the Somali judiciary. Said Ali appealed, hoping the higher courts will show mercy or reduce his sentence to manslaughter. But the momentum of justice was unstoppable. In May, the appeals court upheld the death penalty. Finally, on the 18th of September 2024, the Supreme Court of Somalia delivered the final word. They confirmed the death sentence, ruling that the gravity of his crime, killing a pregnant woman in such a barbaric manner, left no room for leniency. Today, he remains on death row in a Mogadishu prison, awaiting the final execution. Luul Abdiaziz was finally laid to rest on the 8th of March 2024, International Women's Day. She was buried in Al Jazeera village, but her story did not end in the soil.